Girls, today we are going to review chapter 13, where we have begun decimals. You know, I've been so excited about that. So, make sure first of all you put your name on it, Shug. We want to turn these in and get a good grade. Remember, if you don't finish this in class, you need to finish it and turn it back in, because this will help or hurt your grade if you don't turn it in, okay? I'm going to do some, and I want you to do some by yourself. So the ones that I don't do with you, you don't leave blank. That's for you to work on when this video gets over, or you can pause it and do it while you're watching. It's up to you. Okay, so we've got 3 vocabulary words. So let's look at number 1, and I'll get you guys to do 2 and 3. So 1 says, well, let's look at our words. We have greater than, less than, round, or thousandth. I like to get them in my head before I start. To blank means to replace a number with one that is simpler and approximately the same size as the original. So that means approximately is like about. It's about the same amount. Well, greater than, less than, thousandth, no. But when I round something, I'm going to replace it with one that's simpler. It's easier to do. Remember, we've said the whole purpose of rounding is to help you do it in your head easier. And it's about the same size. So that would be to round. Okay, so you're going to do number 2 and 3. 2 says a blank is one of 1,000 equal parts. And 3 says the blank symbol is the symbol used to compare 2 numbers with the lesser number or lesser quantity given first. So that would mean you've got something less. What symbol do you put here when the digit that's smaller comes first? So what would be right there to complete that sentence? Okay? All right, let's look at number 4. Find 1/10 of 427 and 9/10. Okay? So I've got 427 and 9/10. A tenth of it means that I'm dividing by 10, because a fraction is a division problem. We've divided it by 10. So the good thing about dividing by 10 or 100 or 1,000 is that that's our place value, remember? So every time we move our digit to the left or the right, it's either 10 times greater or 10 times less, or 1/10 up. So I know that my number, first of all, needs to be smaller than 427. So I'm not picking A. And these are all smaller, okay? But again with the rounding, let's round this number, 427. I'm going to round that to 400. If I divided 400 by 10, what would I get? I would get 40. My answer is going to be near 40. I didn't even have to truly do it. I had to pick the answer that made sense. I know that B makes sense because of what I just did. Now I'm also going to prove it. If you are getting smaller, then your digit is going to move to the left. So my decimal is now going to be between the 2 and the 7, which is exactly what I show right here. But I just want you guys to use that what makes sense. Well, if I had 400 and divided by 10, it'd be 40. Well, there's only one of them that is 40. Okay, I want you to do number 5. It says select all the numbers that are 10 times as much as 72 and 67 hundredths, or a tenth of 72 and 67 hundredths. So you're doing any of them that are 10 times that or 10 times less than that. All right. Number 6. In which number does the digit 5 have a value 10 times as much as the value of the digit in 2 and 567 thousandths? Okay. So I'm going to write this over here. In which number does the digit 5 have a value 10 times as much as the value here. Okay, well, first of all, I need to know what the value of this is. This 5 means what? 5/10 or 5/10, however you want to write it. The lights went out. There we go. So we're finding one that's 10 times bigger. If we're getting larger, we are not going to be in the tenths. We're going to actually be one bigger than that. We're going to be in the ones place. So that means when I'm looking here, and these questions we see all the time, guys, this kind of wording can be confusing, but we've got to get used to it because we see it a lot. So in which number does the digit 5 have a value 10 times as much as the one here? So we know it's got to be bigger than this 5. Okay? That one is in the hundredths. I know that's wrong. That 5 is in the exact same place. So that's wrong. Sorry. This 5 is in the thousandths, so it's much smaller. It has to be D because that's the only one that shows it greater. The only one. All the rest of them are the same or smaller. So again, you didn't even have to, all you needed to realize was, is it smaller or bigger? All right, let's turn it over. Love practicing this word form. I'm going to let you do 7. What is, oh, I can't say it out loud or I'm saying it. So remember that. If you say it, that is word form. So I'll do number 8 with you. What is 2,000? How do I say that together? Just that. 478. How do we say that decimal? And this is 8, and it's in the tenths hundredths. And 8 hundredths. If you say it, make sure it matches what you have here. Okay? Let's do number 9 because it's asking for expanded form. What is 25 and 836 thousandths written in expanded form? Let's start with the 2. That 2 is in the tens place. 2 times 10 or 10 times 2. This 5 is in the ones place. This 8 is in the tenths place. This 3, this is a plus sign, is in the hundredths, 2 digits. And this 6 is in the thousandths place. Okay. You need to write this one in expanded form. Number 11, the decimal 74 and 3/7 rounds to 74.4. What are the possible values that could go in that blank? So if it is rounding to 74.4, that means that when I look next door, it's making this get larger because it said it was 4. So that means I have to have either a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. I had to have something larger than 5. I'm going to let you do number 12. Round that to the nearest hundredth. 13 says round the numbers from greatest to least. So carefully look at them, not round them, order them from greatest to least. So make sure you put your largest one first. And be careful. You might want to lay them on or write them on top of each other, and that helps you compare. Okay, and then I'm going to help you compare these. We've got 29,468 and 92 hundredths. 29,468, they're both the same there. We're just looking at the 92 and the 29. And 92 is going to be larger than the 29. And you do number 15. All right, so y'all do your best. Make sure your name's on it and make sure you turn that paper in.